Well, hello, everybody. How is everybody doing on this very fine morning? A little bit later in the morning today, but of course, as you guys know, usually stream a little bit earlier, or excuse me, a little bit later during the day. But I decided that today I'd stream a little bit earlier, before the break of noon. So that's what I'm deciding to do. I wanted to get this out there as soon as I could because I know I wanted to do this for you guys today. I knew I had time. I just told you guys yesterday there's a possibility I might not be able to, only because, well, things happen. But nothing happened, thank goodness. So I'm able to bring this to you guys today. We got the Eagles and the Giants. We're going to see this team 2 games from now. We go to Minnesota next week, and then we come back to Philly, and we play the Giants in Philly. So that'll be good. The Eagles split with the Giants. This is the game that they lost by 17 points. It was a blowout. The Giants won that game, became their 2-game losing streak. But of course, as you guys know, during our season, they are already on a 2-game losing streak. They started the season 3-0, dropped to Tampa Bay, dropped an absolute horrible game yesterday, or as I say, last week, against the Denver Broncos. So they're 3-2 on the season, hoping to jump further away from 500, try and get over that a little bit more against the Giants. So we're going to see what happens. We are definitely going to see what happens, and I'm looking forward to it. In terms of when I'm streaming the Minnesota game, I don't know yet. I could tomorrow. I probably will be able to tomorrow. And then as far as the next New York game is concerned, I might be able to do that on Monday. I might be able to. I'm not sure. It just all depends because I work around my girlfriend's work schedule because she does not drive, and I, of course, have to drive her into work. So I've been really trying to work on my. I'll tell you guys this. I have been really trying to work on my sleep schedule because my sleep schedule is so messed up, especially working as late as I did with my job during the summer. And I've been like, it takes me time to wind down. Like I get done from there at like 11 p.m. and it takes me like 2 hours to wind down. I'm not in bed until 1, and then it takes me about an hour to actually fall asleep. So I'm not in bed till 2, and then I want to sleep a lot because I'm working all day, and it's just, yeah. So like while I'm in my off season, I want to get into like a schedule of like waking up nice and early and going to bed reasonably, not like 2 o'clock in the morning, but like actually going to bed a little earlier. And especially since my girlfriend works early a lot, like I'm talking like today, she worked at 10. That's not that early. But when I was working, I would literally just go right back to bed after I dropped her off. Like sometimes she'll work at 6 and I'll want to just go back to sleep after I come home and then wake up when I have to go to work or wake up whenever I have to pick her up. But I'm trying to avoid that now. So I don't know what I'm going to do because I'm still very tired because I didn't get a lot of sleep last night. I mean, I slept decently, but my body has to get used to not getting like 12 hours of sleep. You get what I'm saying? So that's what I'm kind of in the grind of right now. And I am hoping to be able to stream for you guys the next couple days, and then we'll already be in week 8, and then by that point they'll be on their bye, and then I don't know who they verse the week following the Giants game in week 8. I don't know who they play week 10. I can't even remember. But by that point, we're really catching up. We're really catching up. So by Sunday, or excuse me, by Monday, we'll already be in we'll be ready to stream week 10. And then by that point, we'll be heading into week 16 in the actual season. So, we're really, making progress. We're going to be probably 6 weeks behind, and now, and before we were like 13, 14 weeks behind. So, this will be good. I'm glad I'm catching up, and then hopefully by the time the Eagles finish out their season, we'll be finishing out our season also. So, but my availability next week is pretty open, except for only Tuesday and Wednesday. I'm not really available to do anything because I have my other job that I do. And then as far as the other days are concerned, I'm gonna try and stream all those days, but sometimes I need breaks, and because commentating takes a lot of burden on the brain, because commentating is not an easy job, and I'm not a professional at it. I don't make a living off of it, so it's kind of just like I need to work on myself, my mental health before I'm actually ready to actually commentate a game. So yeah, but listen, I'm ready to do this for you guys. I'm happy to do this for you guys because I enjoy doing it. I wish I could do other sports right now, but of course the Phillies aren't in season right now. I'm not a big hockey, basketball fan anyway, and plus I don't really even commentate those games good because both of those both of those sports are very high paced, and I'm not quite there yet. Like I can't do hockey. I probably wouldn't be able to do. I mean, I've done some hockey games in the past. It's just a lot. It's a lot. Like I'd say my favorite in terms of speed of the game is baseball, only because I have time to, take a break in between pitches and a break in between, players and stuff like that. There's a lot more breaks involved there. And with football, which is probably my second best, it can be high paced, but it's also it's exciting, but when it comes to basketball, it's like back and forth, back and forth. Same thing with the ice hockey. So it's I don't know. I enjoy doing all of it. It's just I have preferences. So that's why I'm doing football mainly. Of course, I can't do baseball, like I said, because it's not baseball season. Baseball season is going to be coming up in March, which isn't too far away. Excuse me, I'm yawning. I'm still tired. I got my tea here. I'm not a coffee drinker. I can't drink coffee because I'll be on the toilet forever. Tea, I think I'm still on the toilet for a little bit, but I'm not like exploding the bathroom, if you know what I mean. So, but this tea's really helping me out. I'd be way more tired if I didn't have my tea. But anyway, enough talking, enough yapping. I think we should just hop into the game. This was a Thursday night game, so I'm looking forward to doing another primetime game here. We haven't done any primetime games since week one. Week one, the Eagles hosted the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football. In terms of, let me actually tell you guys what's in for our schedule. Like, we're at best comes to best, you guys. I'll tell you what we're going to be doing next week. All right, so all the way up until next Saturday. All right. So we streamed this one today. We streamed the Minnesota game tomorrow. That is a Sunday game, right? So one of these are Sunday night. One of these games is Sunday night. I'm not sure. I know the Vikings game was not, but I'll tell you this. So we're going to be streaming the Minnesota game tomorrow, and we'll be streaming the Giants game in Philly on Monday, off Tuesday, Wednesday. Thursday, that Thursday's tough because I do other bowling on Thursday, but I also I'm also off, I'm also Jan's also, my girlfriend's also off on Thursday, so I like to spend time with her on that day. So I don't know if we'll be able to do that on Thursday, but my plan is to probably take off Thursday also. Friday we'll do the Packers game in Green Bay, and then Saturday we'll do the Detroit game in Philly. And then I know I said I wasn't going to do Sunday, but Sunday I have stuff going on Sunday, so I can't do Sunday. So as far as the Cowboys game in Dallas is concerned, I won't be able to do that until next week, like the following. So, and that by that point we're already in Christmas week, so that'll be difficult. Of course, Christmas and the holidays, it's busy for everybody. So we'll see what happens, but best comes to best, we'll be we'll be at the Detroit game, which would be what, week 8, 10, 11, which would be week 11 by the end of the week. So that's my goal. I'm hoping we'll be able to get to that. By that point, we'll only be 5 weeks behind. No, right? 5 weeks behind if we do end up doing that. So that'll be great instead of 6. But of course things happen. So, but I'm trying to look here. I know this Chicago game was Friday night. I'm trying to do the math here. The Chargers game was Monday night. That was their first Monday night game, and I think one of them was Sunday night. It was not. It was the Packers game. The Packers game was Sunday night. I'm almost certain. So we'll have some more primetime games here and there. But yeah, so I know I said this earlier, but without further talk, I think we should just hop right into the game, into the stream. We've done a lot of yapping, so let's do it. Here we go. We're not commenting, and we're not controlling a team. So we're gonna do Thursday night because it's a Thursday night game. We're just doing a random commentary team because it's not really. It's literally me. I'm your commentator team today, and it was pretty overcast that night in East Rutherford. So there we go. I got the jerseys correct, or the uniforms correct. I got everything correct. So I think we should hop right in. All right, here we go. Commentator voice on. Well, good evening from MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The New York Giants host their NFC East rivals in the Philadelphia Eagles. Eagles coming off of a pretty embarrassing loss to the Denver Broncos, but they're here tonight with a new attitude, hopefully, and a new result into Thursday night primetime football against their NFC East rivals in the New York Giants. The Eagles have won the coin toss, have chosen to defer to the second half, and the Giants will return it up to the 26-yard line, where Jackson Dart and the New York Giants will take the field in hopes of trying to keep this Eagles losing streak in line. Eagles on a 2-game losing streak. They lost to the Tampa Bay Bucks and just last week against the Denver Broncos. And the Giants certainly want them to lose to the Giants. First down pass by Jackson Dart, incomplete. So it's 2nd and 10. So I'm sure the conversation that Vic Fangio, Nick Sirianni, and the entire Eagles defense was talking about all week on this. I mean, this was a very short week. There's Cam Skattebo. 1-yard gain. But their conversation over this short week, and they've been probably practicing this a lot over the course of this short week, was how are we going to stop an offense from being as successful as Denver was last week? There's Dart. All the way downfield. It is almost hauled in. Jalen Hyatt, the intended receiver, and it's incomplete. So the Eagles defense already with a 3-and-out, which is already better from what we saw last week against the Broncos. Almost blocked. And I don't know if Jahan Dotson actually got control of that ball, but they're going to roll it down there at the 29-yard line. And there's where Jalen Hurts and the Eagles will take the field here. And also, was not just the defense. The offense just couldn't keep up. I mean, you saw in the Tampa Bay game where they fell just short. They actually kept up. The defense just wasn't playing well, and the offense was playing well to compensate for it. They just weren't able to, come out on top at the end of the day. And they're hoping to make a change here tonight against the Giants, because these divisional games end up being big in this NFC East. Such a competitive division. There's A.J. Brown caught for a gain of about 5. It's 3rd down and 5. Hurts in the gun. Motion from Brown to the left side. Here's Hurts on 3rd and 5 to Saquon Barkley, and he's out of bounds just before the first down. I thought he made it, but it's 4th and 1. So we saw a little bit of aggression last week from Nick Sirianni and the offense, but it didn't really pay off, and they're going to try it this time. We'll see what happens. 4th and 1. To Barkley, and easily with the first down. Barkley has some history with the Giants. Of course, he was drafted by the Giants from Penn State. Of course, was not satisfied with his time. Didn't think he was playing big enough of a part in New York, because they just could not get anything going. And then the Eagles got the edge on the Millie guaranteed, and he's now an Eagle for a while. So 2nd and 5 off the completion, marked down at the 44-yard line. Hurts and the Eagles trying to get a score. So Barkley again, and he gains only 2 on that play. It's 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts. Firing, and it is hauled in by Dallas Goedert. Dallas Goedert luckily is here tonight. No Grant Calcaterra tonight. Out with an injury. Cameron Latu and Kyle Granson are behind him tonight. Both. I mean, Kyle Granson has done a really good job so far this season. We've seen a couple of plays by him, and there he is, Kyle Granson. No gain, though. So 2nd and 10 from the 37. You're in field goal range. You want to get some more yardage, or you want to get the 37 for the touchdown. Here's Hurts. To the outside, it's Saquon Barkley. He's got some room to run, and he reaches, tries to get the first down. Can't get there. It's 3rd down and about a yard to go. Hurts under center this time. And he'll take it himself. And he's got the first down easily. So the Eagles trotting down the field slowly but surely. Looking for the 6. Here is Barkley. He's got some room to run. And he is taken down at the 18. It's a gain of 8. Second and 2. The snap. This time it is A.J. Dillon, but he loses 2 on the play. They were ready for the run there. They've been trying to establish this run game, which has been so successful when Saquon Barkley has the football. But not with A.J. Dillon. As for right now, 3rd and 4. Here's Hurts. Towards the end zone, and it is incomplete. It's low to Dallas Goedert. It's 4th and 4, and likely you'll see Jake Elliott head on for the extra point, or not the extra point, for the field goal. It's a 38-yard field goal. For the first points of the game. Kick is up, and it is good. So 38-yard field goal up and good by Jake Elliott, and the Eagles strike first tonight, which is certainly a... Eagles fans, you can take a little bit of a breath, because last week was nothing near this. They didn't get their first points until 10 minutes into the second half. They didn't score until about the 5.5-minute mark in the 3rd quarter. They score about 7.5 minutes into the game tonight, which is certainly much better outcome. And will certainly, hopefully... Oh God, why I did this stupid thing again. Luckily it's still there. Would certainly and hopefully will lead them to victory tonight. So Jackson Dart and the Giants, after a 3-and-out looking for a different outcome on this drive. Dart, he's going to use his mobility, and he's got the first down plus another 10. Marked down at the 45-yard line, 1st and 10 from that spot. Jackson Dart. I mean, nowadays you're seeing a lot more mobile quarterbacks. The young quarterbacks, I mean, you see Jalen Hurts is very mobile. I mean, he's not as mobile anymore now, but he just can't get out of the damn pocket. Scadaboo, no gain. Zach Bond on the tackle. But, I mean, now you're seeing so many of these quarterbacks that it can actually run. They may not be able to get out of the pocket, but when they see a seam up the middle, or they see something on the outside, they can move. Second and 10. Fakes to give to Cam Scadaboo. And he is swallowed up. That is Joshua Uche on the sack. A loss of 6. Uche with the sack, and certainly this will make the Giants stop breathing for a minute because they had something going. Third and 16. Here's Dart. Dart is looking. Pocket collapsing. He is going to throw it down the middle of the field, and he didn't get anybody there, but Carter was there with the pressure. And it's 4th and 16. So the Eagles defense does it again. Not a 3 and out, but you can call it a 6 and out. 6 downs and out. Gillian with the punt. And here comes Dotson. Minimal return there, only up to the 24-yard line, but the Eagles and Jalen Hurts and their offense will take the field again in hopes of trying to increase this lead. Defense certainly woke up from last week. Offense is slowly getting there. Of course, only got the field goal, but at least they got points. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Hurts, he's going to be mobile, and he's got the first down at the 40. Both of these quarterbacks very mobile, very fast. When you look at the quarterback behind Jackson Dart, Russell Wilson, a veteran, of course, he is not that mobile. He's not fast at all. Motion from Smith. Ends up giving it to Barkley, and he loses a yard. Second and 11. Quick pass, RPO. And the pass is caught for the first down. That wasn't an RPO, that was some play action you saw there. May have been an RPO, I don't know. In Giants territory are the Eagles. Here's Hurts. Hurts has plenty of time, plenty of protection, and here comes the rush. And he's just going to throw it away. He had time, but I guess he just didn't have anybody open downfield. Hurts. He's looking. He's firing, and it is caught by Dotson for the first down. Spins around, makes a man miss. Javon Holland trying to take him down, but Jahan Dotson made a move. There you see it. So first down at the 15. Eagles in the red zone. To Barkley. And he gets a gain of about 5. And Barkley is almost got it. He had an open lane, but Holland was there to take him down just before the touchdown. It's first and goal from the 1. Hurts. And there's A.J. Dillon, but he's stopped in his tracks. Loss of 1. There's Holland again. Second and goal now. Saquon Barkley back in the backfield. He's trying to push, and he can't get there. What an amazing goal line defense by this Giants football team. They've held them. They got to hold them again. Probably again, knowing the Eagles' aggressiveness on a third or fourth and goal play. Looking like they're going to try and get the rest of it in with Jalen Hurts, and he's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. Jalen Hurts puts the Eagles on top by 9. Elliott with the point after, and it's good. So 10-0 right before the quarter break. Gunnar Olszewski with the return up to the 26, and the Giants take the field again. So the Giants have not been able to score at all yet tonight. We're probably not going to see any score from them this quarter. To Scadaboo, and he is almost got the first down. He had that open lane, that open seam up the middle. He's about a yard short of the first down. He's going to try and get this ball off, maybe. Not this time. So first quarter done and over with. The Eagles on top on Thursday night prime time. It's 10-0 Eagles. Well, welcome back, everybody. It's the second quarter here on Thursday night prime time in East Rutherford. The Giants trail to the Eagles 10-0, and the defense is still on their behinds. They've been doing so good tonight. You compare this Eagles defense to the Eagles defense we saw last week, and you say to yourself, what adjustment did they make? Oh my goodness, Skattebo crushed. That was Jalen Carter for the stop on third down. That might have been a little bit too much, but they didn't call anything on that. So 4th down and 5. They're going to punt this one away. Gillen, sorry. Punt it away. And it is away. Fielded inside the 20. Here comes Dotson. Made a man miss, and he's up past the 30. Down at the 33. Eagles back on the field again. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. They were ready for it. No gain for Barkley, and it's 2nd and 10. If you're just joining us, welcome to the broadcast. Hope you're enjoying the game. Here's the 2nd and 10 play by Hurts. Hurts, plenty of protection. And he's got an open man. It's Dallas Goedert down the sideline. 1st down for the Eagles. Hurts to Barkley. And he's got a gain of 4. Smith and Adebo getting at it. Some friendly competition, I would assume. 2nd and 6 for the Eagles, looking to score again. Here's Hurts. Quick pass to Jahan Dotson, who's been getting a lot more touches today. 5-yard gain on the play, 3rd and 1. That man right there is no longer in the head coaching spot for the Giants, but he was at this time of the game. And Hurts trying to sneak it, but he's short. Fourth and 1, good defense by the Giants. And now, what do they do here? We're going to go for it. Pay attention to Saquon Barkley. He's going to block. And he's got the 1st down to Devontae Smith. They've done a lot of running on 4th downs, but of course the Giants have been on top of the run game recently, and now they're going to resort to the pass, and they made it work. Hurts. Here is Barkley. Barkley's got a decent gain. And Goddard's hurt. He's holding on to his chest. I hope it's not a rib injury, because those are serious injuries. 10-0 Eagles. 2nd and 4 from the 9. They'll give it to A.J. Brown, but he's stuffed. Hurts in the gun this time. He's almost got Granson, but overthrown by Hurts, and it's 4th and 5. So now, a little bit too aggressive to go for it here. You might see it, but I would go for an Elliott field goal try. And they will do that. 27-yard attempt. Kick is away, and it's, without a doubt, down the middle for a good field goal. And it's 13-0 Eagles. Here comes Devin Singletary, RB2 today for the Giants. Of course, Cam Skattebo, RB1 tonight. There you see him right next to Jackson Dart on his left side. So the Giants still in search of their first points of the game. Nothing doing so far tonight. Dart fakes the give to Skattebo. And there is a first down for the Giants. This time it's Theo Johnson with the grab, and he's got the first down for the Giants, and they need this. They need a good drive here, especially since the Eagles will receive the ball beginning the second half. Here's Dart. Dart over the head of Skattebo. And it's incomplete at 2nd and 10. So if you're the Giants, if you're the Giants, or if you're a Giants fan, you're probably thinking to yourself, is this like a must-score situation here? I don't think so, just because the defense has been doing, they've been doing okay. I mean, they've given up points, but they were not like the Eagles defense last week against the Broncos, giving up 30 some odd points in the first half. It's only 13 points. It's 2 possessions. Now, the Eagles receive going into the second half, so that could shift your thinking a little bit. But it's 3rd and 4. Let's see what they do. Here's Dart over the middle, caught. Olszewski with the first down, and that'll keep Giants' hopes alive for a score. Now they are in field goal range. Still no Graham Gano. He's on IR with an injury. Of course, they would eventually pick up Younghoe Koo from free agency, and but they had a different kicker today. They might not even need to use him. There's Skattebo, gain of about 7. His name goes by, let me see, Jude McAdamney. Jude McAdamney. His number is 99. Which is interesting for a kicker. I mean, you see that a lot in college. A lot of high numbers for kickers. Do you ever see 99 in the league? Usually low numbers like 10, like Braden Mann, or 3, like Jake Elliott. Here's Dart to the outside. Gunnar Olszewski, no grab there, did not hold on, and it's 3rd and 3. Or number 4, excuse me, like Jake Elliott. Why did I say number 3? I'm stupid, that's why. Giants have 1 3rd down conversion tonight. Can they make it 2? And they will not be able to. Only gain of 1 off the scramble by Dart. Uche there to take him down. Do you go for it here? Oh, McAdamy's 7 now, not 99. They're going to go for it on 4th and 2. This could make or break the game. To Scadaboo, and he's taken down. Jordan Davis there to stop him short of the line to gain, and the Eagles will take over on downs. And that could break the game for the Giants. Because you got to go by the situation. There's Saquon Barkley and his numbers. 10 rushes for 48 yards. No touchdowns as of yet today. But if you're the Giants, you got to go by the situation. Of course, you want to stop them here. Keep it somewhat close. They'll hand it off to Barkley, and he gets through for a gain of 8. He was touched probably not even a couple yards after crossing the line of scrimmage, but he manages to gain 8 out of that, and it's now 2nd and short. Hurts again. The pass, and it's A.J. Brown for the 1st down. In the shotgun again is Hurts. He'll hand it off to Barkley. He's got some green grass, and he's got it. He's got the 1st down. Seeing a lot more action from Saquon Barkley on this drive. I mean, you see him. He's been part of the reason why the Eagles have, gotten so far down the field. But now you're seeing some bigger plays from Saquon Barkley. Hurts in the shotgun yet again. Pocket collapsing, and he's just going to throw that one away into the Giants' bench. This is a big series for the Giants defense. If they can get a stop here, you could potentially not give up a score. Here's Barkley. He definitely has some blocks, and he's out of bounds at the 38. 3rd and 3. He had the opportunity to get the 1st down, but he just foolishly stepped out of bounds. So 3rd and 3. From here, it would be roughly a 55-yard try for Jake Elliott. Oh, you saw a little bit of encroachment. They didn't call it, though. Here's Hurts. He's going to take a shot downfield, and he's got the touchdown. Saquon Barkley into the breadbasket for the Eagles. He had the separation. They may review that only because, I mean, I don't know if he had control. And they're going to look at this. I think they're going to take this back only because he gained control with 1 foot down. There's that other foot. That other foot was out of bounds. So there may be a good look. Maybe, I don't know. The field judge was right there. And it looks like they're going to keep this. So, of course, the debate there was if he had control after. Of course he touched. I mean, it was pretty much a no-brainer. Because what they were trying to see was if Saquon Barkley had enough control after he made contact with the ground, and they saw the 2 steps and they were like, yep, that's it. From what I originally saw, it looked like he gained control after that 2nd foot came down. And I thought that 2nd foot was actually his 1st foot down, but it doesn't matter now. I mean, we got that good look from upstairs, and Eagles are up 20-0. Now if you're the Giants, you definitely want to score on this drive. You cannot afford to give the Eagles the football back, especially with them getting the football back going into the second half. And they're up by 3 possessions now. We're back to the normal Eagles. The Eagles up by 3 possessions. And they have time. They have plenty of time. 3 timeouts, the 2-minute warning. They have plenty of time. Here's Dart. Towards the outside. Pass is caught by Wan'Dale Robinson for a gain of about 4. So the Eagles, after today, whether they win or lose, they head to Minneapolis to play against the Minnesota Vikings. There's Scadaboo. He's got the first. So, of course, the Eagles will never have 2 straight games at home, which I would assume because they're Super Bowl champs, they're trying to make it a little bit more difficult on them. But they do not have any consecutive games at home. They have a couple of stretches where they're away, where they're on the road, like this one. There'll be a short road trip. Of course, they'll make the trip back down to Philly, practice there, long week, and then they head up to Minnesota and play the Vikings next week. So, I mean, I'll look at this for you guys. So, they have that 2-game road trip, then they play at home against the Giants, and they go to Green Bay, then they come back to host the Lions, then they are away in Dallas. There's the first down for the Giants. Then they go to LA, play the they come back home, rather, play the Bears, go away to the Chargers. Then they host the Raiders, which is actually tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Then they go to Landover, host the visit the Commanders. And then they're away again. They go to Buffalo, play the Bills. And then they come home and host the Commanders for that Week 18 matchup, that flex game. I mean, that could be a big factor in their success this season. Whether or not they can snatch these road games. There's Scadaboo. He's got the first down. He was touched before the line of scrimmage, but he still manages to get the first down and going into a 2-minute warning there at the 32-yard line of the Eagles. So this drive is certainly going the Giants' way. They're in field goal range, I would assume. I don't know how good this McAdamney guy is. Dart, plenty of time. He's going to escape the pocket, and he's going to slide just before the first down. We're going to mark him 2 yards short. 2nd and 2. He's in a little bit of trouble, and he is taken down. It's a sack for Zach Baun, a sack. Called a Zach. Say that 3 times fast. So 3rd and 3 now. Giants really need to write something up in this playbook, see what they can do to get this first down. They have all 3 timeouts, so they have time. What will they do? 3rd and 3. Quick pass. Caught by Theo Johnson for the first. They don't even need to take their timeout here. They can just hustle back to the line. They could actually get some run plays off and start using those timeouts. Uh-oh. Please don't crash on me. Froze for a second. They have plenty of time. Pitches it to Scadaboo. And the Eagles were ready for it, and they're going to take their first timeout. The Giants will. First timeout of 3. 43 seconds left to go. It's 2nd and 13 off the loss. Dart over the middle. It's caught. Gain of about 5. They're going to take their second timeout. They have one more timeout. 39 seconds to go. So you're going to need to go for the... You're pretty much going to have to go for the end zone here. This is a tough part of the field with this little time left. I mean, they do have a lot of time. Here is Dart. He's got plenty of grass, and he's got the bluegrass. Touchdown, Giants. We saw Jalen Hurts strike first for the Eagles. Now it's Jackson Dart that strikes for the Giants. Dives in for the touchdown. Now, what will the Eagles do? So the Eagles are up by 2 possessions. McIntamney, high snap, good hold, kick is up and good. But now if you're the Eagles, you have 35 seconds, 3 timeouts. Do you want to try for another score? Maybe give Tanner McKee some snaps? And the kick is away. Here's Bigsby. He's been doing pretty good return-wise. He's gotten past the 30 quite a lot, especially last week against the Broncos. He had a couple of good returns. So 30 seconds left. The Eagles just kneel it and head to the locker room, or what are they going to do? We'll find out. Hurts will take the snap. Looks like they're going to have a chance, or try for a chance. And take their first time out with 1 yard to go for the line to gain. 2nd and 1. Hurts takes the snap. Backpedaling. He's going to take it himself. He's going to slide, and they're going to take their second time out. He probably wasn't going to make it to the sideline, so that's why I just took the slide there. Didn't want to risk losing the football. So 21 seconds left. It's first down. More realistically speaking, they're probably going to get a field goal off. You got to be very strategic now. You got one timeout. Do you want to use it now, or do you want to go for the sideline here? Go for an outside pass? We'll see. Here's Hurts. Hurts. He's got Granson, and he's out of bounds. So 14 seconds now. You're approaching field goal range. You're not quite, I mean, we've seen Jake Elliott hit 58-yard attempts, which is where it would be from here, but here's Hurts. Hurts will take it himself. He's got the first down, and they're going to run this out to the last second. So 4 seconds left, and then they're going to give Jake Elliott a try. 47-yard field goal from this spot. Make it a 16-point game. High snap, good hold by Braden Mann, and the kick is good. There's 1 second left, so Jake Elliott will have to kick this one away. Maybe take that time out a little bit later. Maybe at 2 seconds or maybe even 1. So that they don't have this 1 second left. And it is in the end zone for a touchback. So the Giants up to the 35-yard line. And they'll likely just kneel it or run one play and head back to the locker room and talk to each other, see what happened. They're gonna go for a shot to the end zone. And there's the heave. And it is almost caught, but it's pretty much batted away by the offense playing defense. But it's halftime on Thursday night primetime. 23-7, Eagles have the lead. We'll be back after this. Second half coming up. Welcome back, everybody. Both teams taking the field again after halftime. Giants looking to come back here, but the Eagles will have the football to begin this half. Here we go. Here's Bigsby. Looking to make a man miss. Only makes it up to the 26-yard line. There's Saquon Barkley, 94 yards total. He's got 67 yards rushing, 27 yards receiving. He's been doing it all. He's got a touchdown receiving today. Of course, Jalen Hurts also has a touchdown. Fakes to give to Barkley. Firing a deep shot. Medium pass, I'd say. Regardless, Smith hauls it in for the first down. A 21-yard pass is lengthy. Hurts will take it himself, and there's the flag. First flag of the game. And it's an illegal block in the back. We saw this a lot last week on both sides by the Broncos and the Eagles. Smith with the illegal block. And it'll be 1st and 18. Hurts in the shotgun. 3-man rush. Pass is caught by Saquon Barkley. Gain of only... I was about to say 1. I thought it was 1st and 10. It was 1st and 18. Gain of about 7? No, 8, 9. Gain of about 9. Can't math today, can I? 7, 8, 9. 9. 2nd and 9. He'll give it to Barkley, but he is stuffed in the backfield. Loss of 2. Now it's 3rd and long. Giants would be thrilled to get a stop here. Practically keep them in this game. Here's Hurts. Hurts. Looking, firing. There is Smith, but he's well short of the first down. Now, Braden Mann might have to come out for the first time tonight to punt this one away for the Eagles. Oh, wow, they're going to go for this? Huh. Very aggressive. Here's Hurts. He's got room, and he has got the first down. That's why you go for it. Nick Sirianni and Kevin Patullo and all that crew, they trust their quarterback. Held on to that football and got the first. Risked the contact. Fourth and 6 turns into 1st and 10 from the 39. They'll give it to Barkley, and he is crushed. This time it's Dexter Lawrence. We saw it by Jalen Carter. He stuffed Cam Skattebo. Now Saquon Barkley gets a taste of that medicine there. He's okay, thank goodness. Loss of 3, 2nd and 13. They'll give it again to Saquon Barkley. Makes a couple guys miss. And he gains 9. How often do you see a running back get stuffed and pinned and make a play like that right after? Not often. Saquon Barkley is just built different. Here's Hurts. Hurts. He'll take it himself, and he's got the first. Risking a lot of contact, but he holds on. He hasn't made, knock on wood, he hasn't made any fumbles, any mistakes with that. First couple games, he's made some of those mistakes, but he hasn't yet tonight. It's Barkley again. Gain of 3. Hurts will take it himself. Didn't see a path for Saquon Barkley, but he didn't have a path for himself. 3rd and 7. Not much going for Jalen Hurts on that try. See what they do on 3rd and 7. Here's Hurts. Hurts has plenty of time, and he is stuffed. Taken down for a loss of 5. And now that'll force the field goal, which is certainly better than what the Eagles were hoping for. The Giants' defense comes up clutch. And here comes Jake Elliott for what would be a let me do the math here, 48 yards.
Jake Elliott on for the field goal, a 48-yard attempt.
Good snap, good hold. The kick is away, and it is good. Jake Elliott remains perfect tonight. And it is 26-7 here in this ball game. 19 points between the Giants and the Eagles. Giants are not out of this game. It's not close, but it's doable. We've seen bigger comebacks before.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Here's Devin Singletary. He'll take it up to the 30. Jackson Dart led his team to a touchdown before the half expired. Takes the field again, trying to do it again. Dart hands it off to Scadaboo. He's got an outside lane. He's got the first down and a little bit more there. Gain of 19 on the play. It's first down from the 49-yard line.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Hey, I just said that. Alan Roach, I just said that. Dart fakes the give. In a little trouble. He gets it off, and the pass is complete. Neighbors with the first. I don't know if Neighbors was in the lineup that day. Well, whatever. Nothing you can do then. They're trailing, so I'm giving them a little help. If he wasn't in the lineup. Here's Dart. Dart, the pass, caught by Olszewski. And another first down for the Giants. Giants marching right down the field.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Here is Scadaboo. Up the middle for a gain of 8.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 15-yard line.
Here's Dart in trouble. He notices a lane, and he's got another touchdown. 2 touchdowns for number 6. Jackson Dart with another one. And now, these Giants are within 13. The point after by McIntyre. Up and good. So 12 points now separate these two teams. If this is where the Eagles let up, sure makes the game interesting. Is it what we want? Probably not, but that's okay. What's most important is that, and this is just a simulation, and we want an interesting game. We want a good game to watch and to commentate. So Bigsby up to the 23. So Hurts still up by 12, but certainly wants to keep it a blowout. It's would no longer be a blowout win for them. Not like it matters. A win's a win, but he wants the insurance. Hurts backs up from under center, backpedaling. Here's Hurts. He'll fire one, and it is caught by A.J. Brown for the first.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Eagles first down. A gain of 14.
There's a pass caught by A.J. Brown again, and he's got another first. Wearing a hat right now. It's itching my head. No need, I just took it off. He's wearing a Phillies hat. Here's Hurts. He'll hand it off to Barkley. He's got an open lane. He might go all the way, be taken down. Holland there to take him down. What a gain by Saquon Barkley. Hurts to Barkley, and he's stuffed in the backfield. Loss of 4. Ryan Burns on the tackle. Hurts to the outside. There's Granson. Granson up to the 16. And a gain of about 11. 3rd and 3. Here's Hurts. Wide open. A.J. Brown. And he's out of bounds. I thought he might have lost the football there. It just kind of slipped out of his hand there, but I guess he just celebrated a little bit after the first. Goal line formation by the Eagles. They'll give it to A.J. Dillon, but he's taken down behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 8 now. Hurts in the gun to Barkley. And he will make it up to the 4, so gain of about 4. But regardless, he's short of the touchdown. It's 3rd and goal. Be very careful now if you're the Eagles. For the Giants, you need the stop. Hurts. Looking. He's got that's Saquon Barkley who's in for the touchdown. Another receiving touchdown for Saquon Barkley. And the Eagles above that 30-point mark again. Failed to do so last week against the Broncos. Of course, they could not get anything going. They've been over the 30-point mark. They were above the 30-point mark the first 4 games. And now they're back above that 30-point mark now.
Jake Elliott on for the point after.
Elliott for the extra point, and it is good. So right back to 19 points in between these two teams. And the Giants now have work to do on this next drive. Here comes Singletary. Singletary stuffed up to the 26-yard line. So here comes Jackson Dart and the Giants offense. Starting to run out of time and their defense is letting up. What does Dart and the offense do here? This time it is Tyron Tracy Jr. on the carry for a gain of about 2.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Dart looking. He's got some room and he'll slide for a gain of about 7. It'll be a gain about 4 or 5. 3rd and 3. This may or may not be the last play of this quarter. Here's Dart. Dart. Pass caught by Jalen Hyatt. And they've got a first. They may be able to get one more play off here. They might want to. It's one extra play, hopefully closer to the end zone. Here's Dart. Pass is caught by Neighbors. And a gain of 4 going into the quarter break. End of the third, headed to the fourth quarter. Eagles lead 33-14 on Thursday night primetime. Welcome back, everybody. Short quarter break. Fourth quarter underway now. The Giants trail to the Eagles by 19 points. They're hoping to at least get a drive resorting into a score on this one. Here's Dart. Over the head of... might have been Humphrey on that. But incomplete. It's 3rd and 6. Dart looking, and he's got a man wide open. That's Olszewski, and he lost the football. Oh my goodness, he lost the football, but Robinson was there to pick it up for the Giants. Regardless, it's a first down. First fumble recovered by the Giants. Luckily for the Giants, they hang on to the possession. That would have been a nail in the coffin if they lost that football. Here's Dart. Wide open, Theo Johnson. Gain of 6. Takes the snap, and it is batted down by Azeez Ojulari, excuse me. Flipped it around a little bit. Sorry, Azeez. Batted away, and it's 3rd and 4. Dart has some protection. Pass is caught by Neighbors, and he's down at the 5. So 1st and goal for the Giants from there. Wide open in the middle. No one was covering that area of the field. When you have that zone coverage, I mean, you got to go for something like that. I mean, very good situationalness by Jackson Dart. Here's Scadaboo. Haven't seen a lot of action from him, and that's probably why. Hasn't been getting a lot of yards. Loss of 1, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Dart. Might have a chance again. He's got it again. Jackson Dart with the hat trick. He's got 3 touchdowns. You would think the Eagles would find a way to adjust to that. There you see Davis trying to get off of his man there and just didn't have any time. Nick Sirianni having a conversation with Zach Bond. McIntabney, the extra point, is up and good. So 12 points now between the Giants and the Eagles. It is not necessarily anyone's way right now, but the Giants are certainly keeping themselves kind of in it. The Eagles, of course, favorites to win this game, but you'll certainly see what happens. And oh, what a good return by Will Shipley. There's Jalen Hurts' numbers today. 23 for 28, 289 yards and 2 touchdowns. Both to Saquon Barkley. Return by Will Shipley takes them to the 40-yard line, so pretty good field position for the Eagles. Here's Hurts. We'll hand it off to Barkley. He'll pass it to Barkley. Gain of 4. This is a must-stop opportunity for the Giants. The Giants need to get the stop here. They cannot allow them to score a touchdown. A field goal, not so much. I mean, they could possibly let that up, but that's a good start. taking Saquon Barkley. It's 3rd and 7. Hurts in the shotgun. 3-man rush. Plenty of protection. He's going to pass it. It is caught by Barkley. He's got the first. I don't know if he crossed that line. Maybe and probably didn't. I mean, they didn't call anything, so. Looks like he was just behind it. Here's Barkley. And he is taken down. Only gain of 1 for him, and it's 2nd and 9. So I know I said this about the last series, but this series I would think is probably a series that the Giants need to take. They need to get the stop. Hurts. Pumping. And he'll just throw it out of bounds. Third down and 9. Big play for both teams. Could go either which way. Here's Hurts. And Hurts is taken down. Taken down by Brian Burns. So 4th and 13, that'll force the punt. There's Braden Mann to punt this one away. Huge stop by the Giants. If they manage to score here. Oh, and it's muffed. Who's on top of it? It's Giants ball either which way. And the Giants will take over in phenomenal field position. That is a horrible mistake made by probably the long snapper. Because Cal Adamtis, he has not given him good spotting there. He had to vacate off to the left, and he just couldn't get it off in time. And now the Giants in phenomenal field position. There's Jalen Hyatt with the first down. The Giants have a chance. They'll be way in it if they get the score here. They'll be back in it. Couldn't ask for better if you're a Giants fan. Dart in the shotgun. He'll take the snap. He's looking. He's firing. Pass is caught. Gunnar Olszewski with the catch, and it's 2nd and a couple of inches from the 17. Dart to Tyrone Tracy Jr. for the first down. On a 4-yard gain on the play. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 13 of the Eagles. Here's Dart. Dart in trouble. And the pass is incomplete. Olszewski, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Give the Giants some time to reconvene. Rekindle. Dart. He'll take it himself, and he's taken down. Uche and Jalix Hunt there to take him down after a gain of about 2. Dart. Looking. Firing, pass caught, and pushed out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And it's 4th and 1. So what do you do here? A field goal doesn't do very much. That would only put you up, put you down by 9. So of course they're going to go for this. And they'll opt for the pass. Dart towards the end zone, touchdown. Juan Daniel Robinson puts the Giants back in it. First touchdown that doesn't, I mean, well, Jackson Dart that technically does get credit for that touchdown. It's just a receiving touchdown, or a passing touchdown, if you will, for Jackson Dart. So he's got 4 touchdowns today. But now somebody else gets credit for it, and that would be Wandale Robinson, who puts the Giants back in it. This extra point would make it a 5-point game. Going for 2 points is just worthless. I mean, you're still down by 2 possessions. Or by more than just a field goal, so. With 6 minutes and 10 seconds, the Eagles are only up by 5. They were up by 20 points at one point. That was their biggest lead. And now they're only up by 5. Of course, they have not trailed yet this game. Jalen Hurts over the 300-yard mark now. Of course, put up 33 points. That's what you get. 6 minutes remain. And the Eagles are trying to hold on. You've had some success with the run game. I would use it. Hurts hands it off to Barkley. Barkley to the 30, gain of 4. So some Thursday night action against these two NFC East rivals. These divisional games get me. These are really good games. We saw the good game against Dallas. Ended up being a 1-point win by the Eagles. We have another good one against the Giants. Here's Hurts. Hurts, incomplete. Intended for Granson, just low. Giants once down by 20, only down by 5. Looking to possibly win this game. Here's Hurts. Hurts in a little trouble, and the pass is caught by Devontae Smith, and he's got the first down. Now they can take some more time off this clock, which could work in their favor, but it could also work out of their favor. If they end up not scoring here, and the Giants end up scoring with little time left, that gives the Eagles little to no time to score again. So if I were the Eagles, I would definitely try and get into field goal range, because that would put them up by 8. You don't need the touchdown. The touchdown, just unnecessary insurance points, really. we'll see what happens. 2nd and 7. Here's Hurts on play action. And he's stuffed, and it's picked up by the Giants. And there he goes. A fumble recovery touchdown. What a play. It's Abdul Carter. And the Giants lead. Oh my goodness. If this stands, that could possibly... Oh my goodness. Abdul Carter with the fumble recovery and the touchdown. And the Giants probably, if this stands, they'll go for 2. And the Giants lead for the first time today. And it will stand, and they're going to go for 2. You got to watch Jackson Dart. And they got him. There's Azeez Ojulari with the stop, and it's only 1 point between the Giants and the Eagles. So the Eagles have some breathing room here. A touchdown or a field goal would seal the deal for the Eagles. They got to get there first. What a turn of events. Abdul Carter for the Giants picks up the loose ball. Here's Will Shipley, gets it up to the 34. But he manages to pick it up and go all the way for the touchdown. There's Saquon Barkley, over 100 yards today rushing. Now the Eagles trail for the first time today. Let the Giants come back. They were once up by 20, now they're down by 1. Hurts in the gun. Pass is caught by Granson, and he's got the first down. Of course, he's holding for dear life onto that football. You can take your time. I mean, it all depends on what you want to do. If you want to give the Giants a chance, which you probably don't, you're probably thinking, let me take as much time off the clock, get into field goal range, kick the game-winning field goal, and that'll be it. And that one thrown out of bounds by Hurts. Second and 10, 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go. Hurts to the fullback. I think that's Van Smeeren. He shouldn't be in there, but he's got a gain of 3. And we are just about under 3 minutes now. Third and 7. Here is Hurts. Hurts to Barkley, and he is taken down. And it's 4th and 8. So now you gotta trust your defense. You don't want to go for this. It's too close for you to go for this. You'll punt this one away. Take all 3 of your timeouts. Of course, they're probably going to take this. Oh no, they're going to go for this. What? Okay, this is big. Here's Hurts. Hurts firing over the middle. It's caught by A.J. Brown. Wow. 2-minute warning hits. And the Eagles in field goal range. The Giants naturally are going to start taking their timeouts just so they have some time. The Eagles trying for the touchdown. Hurts to the outside. It's Jahan Dotson. And he is taken down at the 11. Uh-oh, and Saquon Barkley's hurt. Oh, no. And he's going back to the locker room. Oh, no. That's a huge loss for the Eagles. So A.J. Dillon will take over at the running back spot, likely, unless they decide to put in someone else like Will Shipley or even Tanks Bigsby. We'll see who they put in. There's A.J. Dillon, and he's got the first down. Of course, the Eagles notice that the Giants are not taking any of their timeouts. So they're going to run out the clock, and they're probably going to run a couple plays here. Here's Dillon. Dillon makes a man miss, and he's inside the 5. And the Giants take their first timeout. What a game we've got here at MetLife Stadium between the Giants and the Eagles. Eagles looking to avoid their third straight loss. The Giants trying to give them their third straight loss. Right now, the Giants lead. Hurts in the shotgun. And he's stuffed in the backfield. Taken down at the 7. And it's 3rd and goal. And oh no, Hurts is hurt. Oh, this is not going well. So who do they put in now? Tanner McKee probably, right? He may come back, and we all know who Jalen Hurts is. Jalen Hurts is such a strong quarterback. He'll come back with an injured hand or something like that. But no, they'll put in Tanner McKee. His first snap this season. Here's McKee. McKee looking. Firing towards the end zone. It's caught for the touchdown. Devontae Smith puts the Eagles back in front. And Tanner McKee with his first touchdown of the season. He had Jalen Hurts' back after he got hurt. Let's take a look. Over the middle. Devontae Smith could have possibly just saved the day for the Eagles. Now the Eagles are going to go for 2 here. Try and put them up by 7. It's a big 2-point conversion. And A.J. Dillon not there. He almost made an escape there, but he wasn't able to get there. And now, the Eagles, they cannot give up a touchdown. A touchdown would practically end it. The Giants would win at that point. I mean, it depends on how quick they get there, but I think they only have 1 more timeout left. 2 timeouts, rather. The Eagles only have 1. With 1 minute and 20 seconds remaining. Eagles do lead again. But the Giants still have a chance. Here comes Olszewski. And he is taken down at the 27. So the Giants, field goal is nothing, would not do any good for you. A touchdown would practically win it for you. The Eagles cannot allow a score. They cannot allow the touchdown. They can allow a field goal, but the Giants aren't going to go for a field goal because it does nothing for them. So let's see what happens. Fakes to give to Scadaboo. And he'll pass it to Scadaboo. He breaks a tackle, and he's taken down at the 36. He's ruled inbound, so the Giants take their second timeout. Dart in the shotgun. 4-man rush. Pass complete. This time it is Theo Johnson. He's got the first down. They're going to hustle here. We've got about 50 seconds left on the clock. 1 timeout. So you got a little bit of breathing room, and you got a little bit of a more open playbook here. Here's Dart. There's Scadaboo. And Giants still don't take their timeout. They're just trying to hustle, throw off the defense, I think. Eagles up 39-34. Giants looking to hand the Eagles their 3rd straight loss. There's Scadaboo, and he's stuffed. Taken down, but he does have the first down, and the Giants take their last time out. So ideally, you'll probably go for not a field goal, for an outside pass, get closer to the end zone, and then you have a chance probably for 1 more, maybe 2 more towards the end zone. Here's Dart. Dart looking. He's going to take it himself. And they have to hustle to snap. They have to spike this. And they're not going to get it off in time. Wow. The Eagles hold on Thursday Night Football again. They held on against the Cowboys, their 38-34 win. I thought it was a 1 point, but that was the Chiefs. They hold on against the Cowboys, and they hold on against the Giants now. The Eagles now 4-2 on the season, avoid their 3rd straight loss. And the Eagles now, that should definitely help them out going into this next game in Minnesota. The Eagles win this one 39-34. Man, guys, what a game. I enjoyed this one. This is probably one of the funnest games I've watched. I mean, or I've commentated. I mean, I've done that Giants or that Cowboys game. That was a good one. The Chiefs game, of course, we already knew that was going to be good anyway. And what was the other game? Who else did they play? They played the Chiefs, the Cowboys. Of course, they played the Broncos and the Bucks. But who did they play before the Bucks? I'm blanking. They played in Philly. I don't even remember. Oh, well, the Rams. The Rams. That was kind of, they kind of blew out the Rams there. But yeah, listen, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy the game. That was a phenomenal game, you guys. I enjoyed that fully. So I hope you did enjoy. If you did, make sure you smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't done so. That would be much appreciated. If you guys do want to know when I'm going to be streaming again, I'm probably going to stream again tomorrow. We'll stream that Minnesota game. Not in 100% sure yet, but I'm leaning towards like I will. And then, like I told you, probably we're in week 6. This is week 6 right now. So if all goes well, by Sunday or by like this coming up Saturday, we'll be in week 11. So that'll be good. And we'll be that much closer to catching up to the actual season. So yeah. But listen, guys, I gotta get going. I'm going to turn this music off from the game, and I'm going to cue the music, you guys. Listen, if you guys did enjoy, I really hope you guys did. If you did, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe if you haven't done so. That will be much, much appreciated. Listen, I'll hopefully be back tomorrow. That's my goal. I'm probably going to set up for tomorrow today, just so I have it ready for tomorrow. Look for probably an earlier stream, probably around now, probably start around 10 or 11 o'clock. If you don't see one by then, probably chose not to. Just take a little break. But listen, guys, have a good one. Hope to see you guys tomorrow, and I'll catch you hopefully probably tomorrow. Alrighty, guys. Peace.